Good morning. It's October 31st. Just another day in the God Singer household. We don't celebrate days that should not be celebrated. Today we're doing the last chapter in Proverbs 31. And it's cut into two parts. Okay? And the first one is the words, and that's the words of King Lemuel. Okay. An oracle taught that his mother taught him. Okay. King Lemuel is thought, from the research I've done, was thought to be a pet name that Bathsheba gave Solomon, her son. And it kind of makes sense. Like she tried to warn him, that all these women would undo him, right? So let's read. The words of King Lemuel, an oracle that his mother taught him. That's a note over here. That is of Solomon, who was called Lemuel, that is of God, because God had ordained him to be king over Israel. Okay, cool. His mother, Bathsheba, taught him, see? Told you so. Okay. What are you doing, my son? What are you doing, son of my womb? What are you doing, son of my vows? Do not give your strength to women, your ways to those who destroy kings, right? He had 700 wives, and they destroyed him. It is not for kings, O Lemuel. It is not for kings to drink wine, or for rulers to take strong drink, lest they drink and forget what has been decreed, and pervert the rights of all the afflicted, right? Kings and rulers should not drink. It changes you. You could be talked into doing things you would normally never do when you were sober, so they should not drink at all. All right? 6 and 7 is highlighted. Give strong drink to one who is perishing, and wine to those in bitter distress. Those bitter in soul, right? There's no note over here. There's one for poverty. Wine doth comfort the heart. Let them drink and forget their poverty, and remember their misery no more. Right. So, if you're bitter of soul, right? Oppressed, depressed, not that doesn't say to get drunk. Okay, you should never ever get drunk. But it says there's nothing wrong with having a drink to forget your poverty and your misery for a while, okay? 8, open your mouth for the mute, for the rights of all who are destitute. Open your mouth, judge righteously, defend the rights of the poor and needy, right? That's Bathsheba. What she taught to her son, Solomon. Good stuff, huh? Okay, now this last part is an acrostic poem. Okay, it was a very old poem when she taught it. Okay, when it was written here, it was already several hundred years old. It's acrostic, meaning it followed the letters of the alphabet. Hebrew, alpha, beta, delta, gamma. Like A is for this, B is for that. And I'm guessing that it was taught to young girls. This is not one woman, okay? This is the woman who fear the Lord. Okay, so let's read it. Look a note right away. Yeah, an acrostic poem verse. An excellent wife who can find, she is far more precious than jewels. The heart of her husband trusts in her, and he will have no lack of gain. She does him good and not harm all the days of her life. She seeks wool and flax and works with willing hands. She is like the ships of the merchant. She brings her food from afar. She rises while it is yet night and provides food for her household and portions for her maidens. She considers a field and buys it. With the fruit of her hands she plants a vineyard. She dresses herself with strength and makes her arms strong. She perceives that her merchandise is profitable. Her lamp does not go out at night. She puts her hands to the distaff, and her hands hold the spindle. She opens her hand to the poor and reaches out her hands to the needy. She is not afraid of snow for her household, for all her household are clothed in scarlet, or layers, right? Double thickness. She makes bed coverings for herself. Her clothing is fine linen and purple. Her husband is known in the gates when he sits among the elders of the land. She makes linen garments and sells them and delivers sashes to the merchant of belts. Strength and dignity are her clothing, and she laughs at the time to come. She opens her mouth with wisdom, and the teaching of kindness is on her tongue. She looks well to the ways of her household and does not eat the bread of idleness. Her children rise up and call her blessed, her husband also who praises her. And he says, many women have done excellently, but you surpass them all. And this is my favorite verse in this one. Charm is deceitful, beauty is vain, but the woman who fears the Lord is to be praised. Right? Always look at the heart, okay? Looks will fade. Give her the fruit of her hands, and let her works praise her in the gates. All right, look at all the notes over here in the Geneva one. Let's see, clothed with scarlet, we know that's double thickness, right? Or with double. The gates. In the assemblies and places of judgment. She maketh sheets, linen cloth, strength. After that he had spoken of the apparel of the body. He now declareth the apparel of the spirit. That's interesting. Her tongue is as a book whereby one might learn many good things, for she delighteth to talk the word of God. I like that. Her children rise up and call her blessed. That is, do her reverence, respect. Yeah. Give her, confess her diligent labors and commend her therefore. All right. You always commend your wife or your mom for the fruit of the hands, what they do. Thank you. For as much as the most honorable are clad in the apparel that she has made. So, there you go. And that completes Proverbs for another month. Okay? Pretty cool, huh? So next month, we're going to start again for the 15th time. And I wanted to use, Young's literal translation. Let's get a little background here. The Bible designated as a YLT from 1898 Young's literal translation by Robert Young, who also compiled Young's Analytical Concordance. I have that. This is an extremely literal translation that attempts to preserve the tense and word usage as found in the original Greek and Hebrew writings. The text was scanned from a reprint of the 1898 edition as published by the Baker Bookhouse, Grand Rapids, Michigan. The book is still in print and may be ordered from Baker Bookhouse. Obvious errors in spelling or inconsistent spellings of the same were corrected in the computer edition of the text. So that's interesting, huh? Let's go back. And I'm not sure how it reads. Okay. Proverbs of Solomon, son of David, for no wisdom and instruction, for understanding sayings of intelligence. See, this had been around, probably working on this in the 1890s, so it's not the language of the 1600s, so that should be very interesting. And we'll always keep a second version over here, for clarity. I like the Geneva Bible, but we may use another one. So that's in store for tomorrow. So if you've never heard of or read the Young's literal translation, we're going to do that next month. So have a good month. Have a good day. Give us a like if you think about it. Stay tuned later. We are on page 305 of our Through the Bible in a Year. And we're still in the Gospels, okay? And today we are doing Matthew 20 and 21, okay? So there you have it. But till later, we'll do it again. See ya.